Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Good morning, good morning. Here we go, another day, another day. Just same old. How's it going, guys? Wake up and smash that alarm clock. Barely made it this morning. How you doing? I spent way too long with you guys last night. Yes, Easy here with the coffee. Let's go. Passing out all the coffee for us. Thanks again so much, Easy. Backhorse Anonymous, how you doing? And Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Damn. G-Dog this morning. Good morning, coffee. Good morning. Happy Joy. Hey, Otaku and Chaos crew. Good morning. Much love from Happy Joy. Thank you so much for coming by again, Joy. We got Square Sausage rules coming back from Backstabber times 5. What the hell? Square sausage rules. Strawberry Dragon says, good morning, Chaos crew. Good morning to you as well. Of course, a favorite flavor of dragon, strawberry. Yeah. Backhorse Anonymous and with a clip here, which I don't think we can show here on the YouTubes. All right, guys. Let's get into it. I got a couple of pre-market things I want to share with you before we do start the day. 8 minutes until the market open, and yeah, nothing too crazy just yet. But Bloomberg did just stop talking about the dystopian future of AI. Give this a listen. Jeez.
Bigger risk, that sort of backlash or losing a government contract, because presumably these things are very valuable for the companies too.
They are, but then Anthropic has talked about their AI constitution and guardrails from day one. That's been their big differentiator. So they probably will do it, but they will do it, in accordance with the guardrails that they have.
Can you also say, like, okay, who cares if Anthropic has guardrails? If, like, OpenAI is not going to, are they just going to miss out and we'll still get the AI dystopia regardless?
Yeah, look, all these models have their sort of capabilities where they're really good at something. Obviously, Anthropic models have proven to be good at, coding agent and that sort of functionality. So that's where, just because Anthropic is not doing it doesn't mean OpenAI or Grok would be able to fill in that gap, because these models have their layer of intelligence where they really differentiate themselves.
I guess we can finish this one up.
Anthropic partnering with Infosys and starting to build
go.
more of those applications for different industries.
I mean, these companies have to look for distribution, and IT services is a big industry. So you can't have an army of people deploy your LLM. Even if you have the best LLM, it has to interface with existing software. So that's where a company like Infosys or, any of the IT services companies, Accenture,
Does that also argue that this doesn't necessarily take away from jobs? Because when you have these...
Oh, it does. Shut up. It does. Oh my god. All right, moving on. Oh, geez. Supreme Court decision this week, guys. Only looking at an 11% now. An 11% down 34% on today. I guess it's down to 11%, but it's down 34% overall for this decision to actually affect us this week. So, yeah, the likelihood is not there, but Bitcoin's still hanging in there. 67,900, right around our 68,000 range. I'm not sure what the hell I even called for last night anymore. I stayed up too late last night, and now it's all a blur. Let me know in the chat if you guys remember what the hell I called last night. Was it baseline bear or baseline bull? I forget it. Oh, jeez. Mostly looking like our baseline target either way, I guess, for the most part. And today's the first trading day in America this week. So anything's possible today. We probably can see a little bit more of a dumperoni, a bit of a test to a 65K if they do not want to play the game. All right, so that's where we are sitting right now. Before the market opened, around 68,000. Again, we're probably going to have to wait for the meat of the move around 10:30 anyway. All right, let's see what else we got this morning. Yeah, crypto's got a little bit of a new promo over on Bloomberg. I'm not sure if we showed that one yet. I guess we could show it real quick. Here we go.
Welcome to the world of decentralized finance.
Why is it that NFTs have not recovered in the same way that, say, Bitcoin has?
It's funny they mentioned that too, because we had that conversation last night. On the Patreon, if you guys were on the Patreon last night.
Bloomberg is covering all things crypto.
It's a pretty spectacular story.
The people.
This is the future. This is the 21st century economy.
The transactions.
It snapped up nearly $1 billion of Bitcoin.
And the technology.
We need to build a digital Fort Knox.
That gives people financial freedom, and that's a wonderful thing.
That's extraordinary.
We ride the wave that is Bitcoin.
Bloomberg Crypto, only on Bloomberg.
Jack Mallers is riding the wave that is Bitcoin. Yes, a lot of us are. Yes, that orange wave. Good morning, guys. We have about 3 minutes remaining until the opening bell. Let's take a look and see how the pre-market is holding up with the overall sentiment before the bell rings. Again, I think the stock market is still sitting around 34 from last Friday, right? So we still there? 35? Yep, we're still there. And we'll see how that ends up in the market open. How is the S&P 500 looking like this morning? S&P this morning looking at 6,836. A little like another dumperoni to the trend line. Again, we'll see. Maybe this will finally break down. It has not broken down since it broke out in last what was it? We haven't broke the trend line since the damn it, the summer last year. My God, I need to wake up. Damn it, stupid. I need to wake up. 6,836 on the S&P 500. All right, how's gold and silver holding up too? $74 on silver. Dang, and coming back down to retest the next trend, the next level of support here since February 2nd. This could be, I guess, a leading indicator of what's to come today for Bitcoin as well. Gold's still hanging in there, but yeah, also having a bit of a pullback. Again, I'm actually surprised because we're entering, of course, the Chinese New Year. That's this week, isn't it? I think that's this week. When Chinese New Year? Yeah, that was today. That is today, which literally was yesterday, the beginning of the new year. All right, so the festivals begin and then end towards the middle of next month, I believe, 15 days. So the next 15 days we'll probably start to see a little bit of a spike in gold just due to the occasion. If you guys aren't familiar, Chinese New Year in China definitely sparks a lot of gift giving, and gold. It's always been a cultural phenomenon. All right, sitting at 68,000 flat Bitcoin this morning. We have 1 minute, roughly about 1 minute and 30 seconds until the open bell. How you guys handling in the chat? How you guys holding? Hold on. Don't show that one. Don't show that link. Okay, definitely won't show that one link there, Nebs. Oh my God. Pippin's still dropping, says easy in the chat. Let's freaking go. Up 1,700% on my short. Holy hell. Heading to the mountains tomorrow. Yeah, I hope you get out of there before you head to the mountains tomorrow. Tomorrow, man. Yeah, don't forget to take profits, guys. Don't forget to take profits. All right, let's head back over to Doomberg this morning, opening bell here any second from now.
China. Today, as we entered into 2020.
Unless there's another day that I'm not aware of, they are going to open up just like normal. Here in about 30-40 seconds. They should be jumping over any second now. Hasbro reduces risk from China. Interesting. I didn't know about that one. Yeah, interesting. What the hell? They have manufacturing in Alaska now? That's crazy. I did not know that. Out of Hasbro. All right. Overall sentiment. Well, let's take a look at crypto fear and greed before the market opens, because we do not stop. Still sitting in extreme fear at 10. Same as last night. The longest period we've ever been in extreme fear for crypto. All right. Market bell. Come on. Let's go. Come on. We're like right on top of it.
To the minute news whenever and when.
The thing. Are they going to be late today? Here we go. Here we go, guys. Good morning. Let's get it.
To the start of Cash Equity Trading, I'm Jamie Berger. Matt Miller is in Disney World hanging out with Mickey Mouse somewhere. Here's how we stand in this market. We had a decline last week, the worst decline of the year. We're headed for another one, at least so far today, down 0.25% for the S&P. NASDAQ, that underperforms 3 weeks of declines for the NASDAQ, the most since late last year. And the Russell 2000, not as bad, still down about 0.25%. The bell ringers, we got USA Today. That's wonderful, down at the New York Stock Exchange. They are ringing the bell. But the most important thing is this little guy or gal here, this dog. I mean, that's the star of the show. 21
shares. There we go.
Their ticker is T-Dog, so why not have the Doge mascot brought with you? Like, what a well-behaved dog. I want to interview them just so we can talk to that dog.
We need a Shiba Inu for
anyway, some of the stocks
the opening today.
This morning. We're watching the latest drama between Warner Brothers Discovery, Paramount, and Netflix. Warner Brothers has reopened negotiations with Paramount Skydance. Netflix already struck a deal with Warner, but Paramount has vowed to pay the $2.8 billion breakup fee. Netflix says that Warner Brothers should keep in mind that the risk that comes with Paramount's $84 billion of debt. So that's the latest there. Let's get back to these overall markets. Let's get back over to the desk where Invesco Chief Global Market Strategist Brian Levitt.
All right, nice. We're going to get on with it.
So Brian, we were talking
Please.
about this idea of like
No.
valuation stand.
No.
And how maybe it's not necessarily an AI bubble. So valuations, are you comfortable
Thank
with
God.
them,
No
where
Warner
they
Brothers
stand
this
for the
morning.
big tech players that you can continue to add, especially after this most recent sell-off?
I would be very selective in it, but there's certain companies that are going to grow at a pretty significant clip or generating free cash flow and are now trading at much more reasonable valuations than they were even a handful of weeks ago. What I also like is this ability to rotate into other parts of the market where valuations are not as excessive, into places like mid-caps, into non-U.S., you need a catalyst for those things, and for 15 years we didn't have much of a catalyst, short of maybe a 2001. Or 2021, I should say. But what we have now is improving economic activity, fiscal stimulus, and a weaker dollar for most days.
If we are going to see outperformance led by the stimulus coming in, why is it then that things like utilities and staples have done so well? Because that just feels extremely defensive positioning from this market.
Yeah, there's some cross currents going on here. You also see treasuries rallying pretty significantly. So there are mixed signals. Gold up, treasuries rallying, but at the same time, equal weight, S&P 500 near an all-time high. So, and you've got energy up significantly, industrials up significantly, semiconductors. So there's cross currents. It's one of these moments as an investor, you have to look through all of this and say, what are the signals that I believe in most? My opinion, I've got credit spreads still tight, tells me the cycle's likely to continue. I've got leading indicators picking up. It was only a couple of weeks ago we got the ISM Purchasing Manager Index at 52. That's expansionary territory. New orders within that survey rocketed higher, and prices paid was relatively flat. To me, that's a conducive backdrop for risk-taking.
The whole narrative, though, that like AI is going to disrupt everything and it's going to take jobs and it's going to replace things, it feels like it's been a very Wall Street narrative. What is the risk that it becomes a Main Street narrative, that some of the economic boom or at least uptick that we're expecting has a ceiling on it from people who are scared they're going to lose their jobs and start saving more and stop spending as much as
You're
they have
seeing
been?
it in surveys. I mean, some of the surveys on employment are about as bad as they get. They're like near recession levels. And yet, if you go out on the weekends, everything is packed. Right? You can't get into shows. You can't get into restaurants.
Yeah, but maybe that's a New York thing, bro.
Maybe, yeah, exactly. Maybe in your world.
So I try to make it very clear that that's not just a New York thing. I see
You're not
it
in the bubble.
I hope I'm not in the bubble. I mean, the reality is household net worth's near an all-time high, so people are feeling good. The unemployment rate is still historically low unless you're in 24. So my thought on this is that you want to be a shareholder because corporate profitability to the number of employees just keeps climbing. I also think we're probably overstating, at least over the next year, what AI is going to mean on employment.
That I think is so important because how are we even going to know how this thing shakes out a year from now, 5 years from now? I mean, we're talking about such big concepts. Can you actually have conviction in any of the AI disruption at this point? Whether it be on one side that the companies are spending too much or the other side things are going to get disrupted, how easy or difficult is it to have really strong opinions about that?
Well, all right. I'm over it. But yeah, for the most part, I take Kathy Wood's stance on this one. I think when it comes to the AI bubble, everyone was screaming from the rooftops that there's a bubble right now. But if you look back to the .com bubble, no one was ever expecting it to happen. And so I think I take her stance on that. There's too many people at least aware and cautious right now, instead of taking the it's going to be fine approach. So it's probably not a bubble. Larry Fink also said the same thing at the beginning of this year as well at Davos. All right, let's see what else we got here on today's news. It is 9:35. U.S. market still holding Bitcoin right now at 68,000. Let's take a look and see how CNBC how they shaping up this morning.
technology-related companies, right?
Yeah.
So you would think this is part of the bargain.
And over time, and Jim and I have talked about this many times, although it slowed, but the Rails brothers, Mitch Rails, they created enormous amounts of value over the longer period of time for that company at Danaher. So yeah, to your point, and that's in part how they did it with smart acquisitions. But we can see Massimo shareholders have to be very happy this morning with that.
All right, what else you got?
Significant ascent in the stock price.
Speaking of Apple, looks like we're going to get a product launch. Interesting, it's not going to be your
They have a new product?
big, massive launch in Cupertino. It's media gatherings in New York, Shanghai, London. We think it's about Macs, but that's the one data point on Apple. The other's about their push into video podcasting, trying to take on Spotify and YouTube, but have been challenged last week, certainly.
For sure. In fact, it's interesting. You look at a 2-year chart of Apple. It's bouncing a little bit today, up 1%. It really kind of lost those late 2024 levels around 260.
All right, they're going to launch some sort of video podcasting, to compete with Spotify. All right. Let's see. What else we got in chat? $2 super chat coming in from Easy. The House Hippo dump. He's calling for a House Hippo dump today, huh? Interesting. 67.9 on Bitcoin. Still holding right around 68 so far. Let's do a health check on the market right now and see how overall sentiment and Bitcoin's holding up. All right, let's start there. All right, Bitcoin's current order books right now. Let's take a look. Live heat map brought to you for free is Kim by the White Snow Lion on YouTube, bringing it to you for free. We have a little bit of legs this morning, but it's really flat. Wow, it's even slower than it was yesterday morning at 9.5 billion against 9.5 or 9.8 billion in overall trading volume.
That I think a lot of folks were.
Oh, I still got CNBC in the background there. All right. So far it's kind of flat. Let's take a look and see if there's anything new to point out this morning. Yesterday, our support level was sitting right around 67.5. Let's see if we're still there today. There we go. So yeah, we're still holding on around 67.5 for our support level. I'm looking at the order books right now. 67.5. Yep. It's still there. The biggest level of support we have is going to be 67 flat. And the most resistance we have right now is what we're hitting right now at around 68.5. So if we can get it back above 68.5, we do still have a bit of a rocky road, but we do have a path towards 70K. If they want to start liquidating shorts today, my guess it's not going to happen until at least after the 20th, which is of course Friday. The Supreme Court decision, which is most likely going to be no decision at this time. All right, so that's what we're looking at today. Pretty much the same as yesterday. We are starting to see some new levels built up here within the last 2 days or so. Although it's not like what we were seeing at the beginning of the year with a whole bunch of new inflows, right? Like Fastly taking into the market. It's that's a single day there. It's not too bad. I guess that's leading in more towards the bottom than it is the top. So I guess that's a little bit of a push, but it's not enough, to be honest, to really get us back yet. Again, what we're waiting for right now, again, just your daily reminder, is us to go sideways here for another week. We are now the second day of the second week. We got to get to Friday and just go sideways between 65 and 72K. That's the range we've been in now since we had the sell-off back to just a couple weeks ago on 25. So yeah, we're almost there, guys. We're almost through it. And then we can start moving around here, right? When we start moving around here, hopefully through the weekend, we'll get back up here, and then we'll just kind of trend up here for a little while and start building Bitcoin back up. That is the goal. We'll see if it plays out in our favor. And it might be adjusted something more like this, to be honest, when you look at the rails. As long as we don't get a black swan-like event, it could be more like this. Yeah, more like that. All right, that's just the overall game we're playing right now. These 2 week incrementals where we have to wait for price action to just slightly recover over time. And eventually, if we do get one of these catalysts, we're going to see a V-shaped recovery like you wouldn't believe. And then we'll be up here. It will be amazing. All right. So yeah, still hanging out in the bear market, however long that may be. 67,500 right now on Bitcoin. All right. What else we got today? Let's look at the overall headlines and sentiment on the crypto space. All right. So as you can just see, Bitcoin's losing that level right now, 65.75. Like I said, 67.5, the next level of support. If we lose this, we're going down to 67 flat, and then we're opening up that 666 range. We haven't seen that in a while. That's down here, 66 range. That's going to be our pillow cushion. Hopefully that will be the end of it. Although I don't think this pillow counts for today. No, it probably won't be. Hopefully the end of it will be the bottom of this range here around 65,000. All right, so we were getting a little bit of a soft this morning, and about an hour earlier than we normally do. See it around 10:30. So we could probably see a little bit of the opposite direction around that time if we do continue to sell this off a little earlier. All right, so the afternoon might see a recovery. Let's see. We'll find out. We do have data coming out this week as well. Tomorrow we do have, I think, CPE coming in. And, yeah, let's take a look. What do we got going on this morning in fear and greed? Where are we snapping to this morning? Snapping, so we're still at fear. Okay. We're still at fear for the traditional markets. Crypto fear and greed right now still hanging out around 10. Yes, it is. And getting into the Dixie. Dixie's still holding on around 97.3, chopping up just slightly on the day. This is the highest we've seen in the last 5 days, which is not good. And on the monthly, we're coming up a little bit here at 97 and some change. The highest we've seen over the last month was 98.78, and again over the last year it's been down and to the right, down and to the right. So hopefully we continue this trend if you want risk on assets to appreciate. All right, the big crypto bubbles. Yes, crypto bubbles on the day. What are we looking at? More oversold territory. It looks like this morning, right when I started the day, it looked like altcoins wanted to come up, but as of right now we're going sideways. We're down almost 0.5% on the top 100 and about 0.25% on the top 200. Pippin is the most oversold right now, down 23%. And nothing else is really a significant value. Looking at the weekly here, there's nothing oversold at all on the week. Yes, you heard me correctly. There is nothing. I repeat, there is nothing oversold on the week. Crazy. But on the monthly, that's where all of the money is being made right now. IP is down 57% on the month. SWI is down 45% on the month. Those are the top movers to the downside we've got right now. ICP is down 40%. How's Solana doing? Still holding on that 40% off right now territory on the monthly. Those are the biggest movers we have to the downside. Remember when IP was down 70% just a few days ago? It's crazy on the monthly. Still chipping back up. We got Fetch down 37%. Say anything, of course, around here it's 30-40% off is a deal. It is a steal right now. DCA while you can. All right. Aptos is still down. Wow, almost 50% off as well. All right, what else do we have here in the top 200? Anything here? Any takers here on the day? MYX is down the most, down 30% on a single day. It's a bloodbath over there. Yes, holy crap, that's a bloodbath. Looking at the weekly here, there's a couple that are oversold. MYX is still in this range here with River at 35% off on the week. That's crazy. Of course, don't forget those are, River is part of that privacy coin. And Sentinel is also here, down 20%. QRL 19 and UDS, I think that's a gaming token, down 29% as well. I don't know what the hell that is. Undead Games, Undead Games. All right, those are the only things that are oversold right now on the weekly. Looking at the monthly, we have still a ton of opportunities, down 30-40%. Although they are starting to flee away, and I still am telling you guys, the top 100 to me just seems more like an opportunity than the top 200 on the monthly. XCN's down 37%. We got Camino down 40%. ZBAC is now down 40% on the month. Damn, get it? That's my top pick today. That's crazy. Holy hell. Still 40% off on the month. We got Lion. I'm not sure what that is. I just moved into the top 100 here recently, it looks like. Loaded Lions. Interesting. Maybe not really. It sounds like a gambling site or something. Loaded Lions. River, of course, still part of that privacy coin sector trend. Radium's down 40%. There's a whole bunch of blood here, guys. There's a whole bunch of blood here. Buy when there's blood in the streets. Buy when there's blood in the streets. Of course, all these gaming tokens are still down after the last market structure vote. All right, nothing else really to see here. Again, my top picks today are probably going to be Sui and Zbeck. No, who would have thought? It's still going to be Sui and Zbeck. Zbeck's been a minute, though. It's been a minute. Not bad, not bad, not bad.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get back into some of the headlines this morning. Double back to Bloomberg. Make sure we're not missing a beat. 66.9 on Bitcoin, hanging out at that 67K range. The next level, of course, the next level of support testing right now. If we lose this, we're going down to 666. 666 in the morning on the 17th of February. Are we gonna grab that pillow? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. We could probably solve a little bit more. It's been 4 days now since the stock market's been open, right? This will be, 4 days in between. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play this one out today. All right. They're talking about Netflix right now over on Doomberg, CNBC. What do we got over here? Talking about stocks that are mixed.
Securities delinquencies are the highest since 2000, right? You're in the 13% neighborhood on office delinquencies.
Yeah, I mean, that stuff is so slow to kind of
but hasn't
ripen and spoil, basically. And you're seeing the effect of that for sure. Yeah, the kind of, the tail of the pandemic effects and see great offices and things like that.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Again, I come back to, because I was on Thursday when I watched Disney down and Netflix down, and Fox was down too, which was odd because they're sports and news. They're not really.
All right, this is just uneventful banter. Maximus Diamondhead says in the chat, no, don't catch the falling knives. Don't catch the falling knives. DCA on the way down. DCA out on the way up. Why is Orca pumping so hard, says Max. Orca, we can take a look at Orca for you. Let's see. What's going on with Orca? Any other movers? Not really. Everything else seems like it's opening red this morning. How is the stock market doing? Also opening red this morning. Total crypto market cap sitting right now at 2.28 trillion. Ooh, we're getting closer to that 2.25, guys. 2.25. The lowest we've seen so far was 2.17, and that was when Bitcoin hit 60K. So, watch out for that. Total market cap. All right. Let's see what else we got. We don't want to hit 2 trillion, guys. That's not a good number to hit. All right. Let's take a look at Orca for you there. I'm gonna throw this on the board. Do I have room for another one? Let's see. I'll try. Orca. I do. That looks like total market cap though. Damn it. Yeah, it's total market cap. Damn, it is exploding though. Let me throw a different chart up with actual price action. Let's look on Binance, Tether, USD. Sure, why not? Screw Binance, but whatever. Yeah, look at that. Orca ripping out of nowhere. Crazy. You know what the story is behind this one, Max? Do you know? That is a good question. I don't think you do know. That's why you asked. Has a clear level of, coming up here on the hourly. Let's zoom out to like the 15 minute, the 3 minute. Yep. It's got a bit of gone parabolic today. Definitely hitting a wall right now at $1.40. $1.40 on Orca. We might find something in the crypto news. Speaking of which, we're about 10 minutes away from doing it. Let's just jump over there and see if there's anything happening to point to this direction. All right, let's go to Bitcoin.com news right now. Tension builds, Bitcoin trap between 60K support and 75K resistance. Yeah, that's a broad range right there. Hopefully it's only going to stop at 65 today, and we keep this channel going. If not, we're going to lose it. I'm going to take a little bit longer, an additional week or two to get back up. Let's see, Canada spearheads new trades alliance to counter Trump's influence. That's of course with China. Mark Carney, Prime Minister of Canada, is organizing trade alliance that will bring together the EU and the EU and the Comprehensive Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, CPTPP. What the hell? That's a hell of an acronym. To counter the growing influence of the Trump administration on the trade issues. Wouldn't it be nice today, guys, if we get that ruling on Friday? Just anything to stop the pain. Anything.
So much.
I'm so tired of it, guys. I'm tired of winning. Canada prepares to make a trade alliance to counter trade, Trump's aggressive trade practices with Europe. All right. I think we covered enough of that. I need some crypto. Give me some juicy news this morning. Anthropic and the Pentagon clash over Claude's military and mass surveillance usage. Yeah, I agree. It's looking a little too dystopian in here, guys. That's why I do this freaking show. Looking a little too dystopian. That's exactly what Bloomberg's response was to it as well. Sailor announces a fresh 2,486. I told you guys it was going to be bigger than last buy. Holy hell. Based on, the size of that dot from last week. Last week was right around 1,200, right? And this week we're doubling it. Looks like 2,486 Bitcoin announced by MicroStrategy as of this morning. Again, a day late because of the stock market close. All right. What else we got, guys? 66,800 on Bitcoin. Still hanging out in this area. Next level support 66,000. 66,600. I'm a little off on that there. Yeah, it did wicked it though. 66,600 on Bitcoin. All right. Before we get back into another article, let's see what's going on here on the order books. Anything else interesting happening? We are starting to, we're starting to kick up the trading volume a little bit. An a tiny bitty bit. Yeah. I'm tired, guys. I was hanging out with you guys too late last night on the Patreon live. Again, don't forget to join the Patreon. It's only $15 a month. And every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and the entire weekend, we leave the chat channels open for everyone. And I leave them up all night. So there's probably someone still in there right now. It's crazy. All right. 66,600. Still chopping back up to hope to get back above 67K. All I asked for today is to get back to 67K range. We got to keep in this range, guys. 68,000 would be a blessing. Just to go down the middle just for a few more days. We still got to get through CPE tomorrow, and then that's inflation data coming out. And then we've got the SCOTUS ruling on the tariffs on Friday. So a little bit more turbulence coming ahead. Maybe we do dip down just a little bit, right? Maybe just kind of, get a trap going down here. I don't know where we are sitting at right now. In those key levels, I think we're still hanging out right around 60,200, 62,000 is probably the lowest level support we have right now. And then beyond that, we're looking at brand new lows for the year, about 57,000 or higher, 58, 57. I know a lot of us are still calling for 58. Is Ben here this morning? I know Jake's probably here this morning. Not quite yet. It's a little early for Jake too. Yeah, 58K. There's Ben. That's what he wants. He wants the super bear target. We covered that last night. All right. What else are you guys doing in the chat before I jump into the next topic here? Backstabber Times 5 says, just in, Tom Lee's Bitmine buys another 45,000 Ethereum as well. So again, guys, everyone is stacking while everyone is also freaking out and selling their Bitcoin to the big players in the market. The whales are winning. This is exactly what I told you would happen last year. We were going to, in the beginning of the year, we're going to see a sell-off. And they're going to buy it all up. And they're doing it right now. Ghost Operations says Loaded Lions is a Crypto.com coin. Is their gaming token. It's what it sounds like. Gambling, gaming. Ran by them and their platform for the Loaded Lions game that will be 3D AI driven. Soon, says Ghost Operations. Nice. Soon. That one just entered the top 200 as of, a week or two ago. Maybe just this week. Gamma Goddess says, Andy, Danny, good morning. Gamma Goddess this morning is here. Yes. Grand Rising, Braveheart, and everyone else. Hope everyone's doing well from Gigi. Spencer here this morning. Good morning, nerds. How's it going, Spence? How you doing this morning? How are you weathering the storm, my man? Yes. Let's get into some other articles. This is what else we have here. Of course, Sailor and, Tom Lee are buying more assets. We finally have some news though to talk about because it's been pretty slow the last 3 or 4 days. Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs see combined 521 million weekly outflow now. That's what we're up to now, as of last week. And I think that's all we've got so far this morning on Bitcoin.com news. Let's see if we can find any news on Orca, for Diamond Hands. Orca news, crypto. I'm not finding anything on in the headlines so far. I guess we can do Usually don't find out. Orca moves against the market, triggering short squeeze. As of 2 hours ago, as of 1 hour ago, 600,000 USD loss. That has nothing to do with that at all. 3 hours ago, crypto extreme fear suggests incoming inflection point. A short squeeze coming, probably. Short squeeze coming. All right, I guess this is the only relevant information. Orca, the native token of the Orca DEX, rallied against the market, turning into one of the daily winners. The token triggers short squeeze in addition to a boost from whale buying. Looks like whales are buying it up today. Orca climbed up to a 1 month peak over 1.62, 600, what? Oh my God. $1.62. Jeez. I'm used to big numbers. In a seemingly unexpected rally, the token rose rapidly, adding more than 62% of its price on a single day. Orca has traded with the highest volume since December, breaking above 182 million in the past 24 hours. Orca was tracking the crypto market slowly unwinding, leading to an accumulation of short positions. The token slumped despite the Orca DEX's role in the Solana ecosystem and its still robust trading volumes. All right. So why is Orca rallying? The main reason for Orca's liquidations was a short squeeze, catching 1.83 million in short positions for the past 24 hours as the token climb accelerated. $454,000 in liquidations happened in a single hour. Wait until the big one happens for Bitcoin, guys. It's over $10 billion right now if we finally get that short squeeze to the upside. It's going to be horrific for the bears. Horrific. And eventually it will come. Eventually it will come. Just maybe not today. Maybe not today. All right. Let's see what else we got going on in crypto news right now. Let's take a look at CoinDesk and Cointelegraph. Cointelegraph bringing us some headlines here. Poland president vetoes the MiCA bill again as crypto companies look to license abroad. Good for them. Bitcoin passes the 69K on slower US CPI print, but the Fed rate cut odds stay low. Did the CPI come out today? Bitcoin bulls rallied to relief out of 69K in the back of the US CPI inflation data amid hopes of Bitcoin price action making a higher low. This one, that's days old, man. That's 4 days old. I figured. That has nothing to do with this week at all. All right. That's still in the headlines over there. They're behind on, shuffling the news around. Here's what happened on crypto today. That's Cointelegraph. It's a brand new day, so that's old information there. Monad hires former FalconX, BVNK, and Optimism executives over at Monad, still in the headlines. Binance holds 65% of the CEX stablecoin reserves as outflows cool. Damn, really? Damn, Binance holds 65% of their ecosystem now. That's crazy. AfriCrypt founders back in South Africa years after platform collapse. I don't even know what the hell that is. Looks like they're tokenizing Africa. That's probably my guess. Kind of like the Amazon rainforest that they were doing that for the last 3 or 4 years. Trying to tokenize all the rainforest. Decentralization works at scale only when it brings in money. This is 2 hours ago. Poland president vetoes the MiCA bill. I already read that headline. Looks like that's about it. Steak and Shake says same store sales rose dramatically after the Bitcoin rollout. Yeah, and they do have that available. You can go right in the store and pay with Bitcoin at the checkout. So yeah, it's been a thing now for, I think, 2 years. This will be the second year. Again, I don't think we need to dive into that again. They're just keeping that, narrative alive, I guess. Monero use holds despite delistings as darknet main markets shift to XMR. And they're shifting back to XMR because that was, of course, the dark market, the dark net, the black market, whatever, token of choice for the last few years anyway. So I guess they're going back to XMR. SBI Holdings targets majority stake in Singapore crypto exchange CoinHako. And we've got stablecoins gain ground for paychecks and daily spending VVNK report. That's about it, man. That's about it. It's kind of. I mean, we're getting some news today. I can't complain. Kraken sponsors Trump accounts in Wyoming. We talked about that yesterday. If you guys didn't hear that, Kraken is also funding the Trump accounts in Wyoming. Again, it's only going to be for Wyoming citizens, so or employees of Kraken. I don't know exactly the details. Logan Paul sells Pokemon card for 16.5 million years after fractional NFT row. And we also talked about that last night too. Logan Paul and that damn Pokemon Illustrator card. All right. Let's see what else we have. in the crypto space. Let's take a look back in the chat real quick, and then we'll jump back over to CoinDesk. All right. Good morning, Gamma, McFreedom, Braveheart, EZ. How's it going? Yes, Diamond Hands. How you guys doing this morning? How you guys doing? Super Danny in the house. John is also here. Fat Tuesday. he says screw Fat Tuesday. Oh my gosh. Easy says left you a comment on the on your post in the Patreon. Nebs. Oh geez, what are you guys talking about on the Patreon? Getting in trouble over there. Yeah, we also have a new area over there. As of last night, we got Dylan on board with the gems, so he's pumping out some crazy stuff. Every time he shows me a chart of the coins he's looking at, I'm like, dude, that looks like it's about to pop. So it's gonna be interesting to play with that. Again, not financial advice, guys. There's no guarantees in love, crypto, or in what was the third thing? In life, I guess in life. All right. I saw it. Thank you, Easy. What up, Gamma? What up, Maximus Diamond Hands? Ghost Operation says, who isn't here? Oh, Zbeck. Yes. How much is needed to make some money? Like $500, $1,000 to invest in Zbeck. Ghost Operations. Well, we're looking at some pretty promising numbers for Zbeck. I can go into that a little bit if you guys want me to. I'll throw a pull up real quick. I'm going to continue going to the news. We'll see if you guys want me to go further into Zbeck. All right. Okay, let's see. Because I don't want to, for people who have already heard me, rant and rave about Zbeck and where it's going, I want to give you guys, of course, a shout for anyone's new to want to hear about it. Okay, would you like me to break down Zbeck and price targets? All right, yes or no? Simple yes or no on that one. All right, let's continue back into the news while we wait for that poll to load. And Bitcoin sitting at 67K. Again, the last level of resistance we have left until we see some lower numbers like 65 flat or 62 could be in the cards today, guys. 62K. We're seeing something like that over there. I'm going to jump in a little bit just to get a clearer picture. It's where we could go down to today. One more last time. Over here on the order books. Trading volume is still kind of flat this morning in the overall gram scheme of things. Still sitting around 10 or 11 billion dollars on both sides. Ooh, we're starting to build up right now in the last few hours. Wow. Yeah, this is this is all brand new. Not great. Most of it's on to the upside, of course, holding us back, but yeah, you can see all that. It's not looking good. More than likely, we're going to see a little bit of a lower area today. Again, 62, yeah. 62 is the local bottom right now. If we do lose 65K, 66,600 is still the biggest area of support we have left. 66, 666, 666, 65, and 60... That might be 63, actually. I don't know. That might be 63. Nah, 62.5 maybe. 62.5 probably. And then we got the big one down there at 55K. Yep. So nothing's really new. All right. Moving on. CoinDesk. What we got over here on CoinDesk? Looks like 83% of you guys so far in the chat. Get those votes in. 12 votes. Damn. 12 votes already. We're going to go into Zbeck again. I guess so. Happy to do it. Happy to do it. Let's see if anything's changed on it too. Bitcoin adds 90 million in Ethereum, $90 million, of course, purchasing, what is it? 40,000, Bitcoin, Ethereum or more. MicroStrategy, of course, purchased 168 million in, Bitcoin last week. And of course, purchased even more today. What else? Harvard cuts Bitcoin exposure by 20%, adds new Ethereum position. We covered that yesterday. That's also old news. They diversified some of their Bitcoin position and put it into Ethereum. I think they're still more heavy crypto than they are gold still, no matter what. That's Harvard. Nothing else really breaking just yet over here. We haven't got to crypto Twitter yet, so there's still hope that we have some other breaking news on crypto Twitter. All right, so yeah, we do still have 85% on that poll, so I'm going to go into song and dance on Zbeck. Let's go. All right, let's break down some Zbeck. While we're over here, I'm going to take a look at the coin market cap. The overall market right now sitting at 2.3 trillion. Not too bad. Could be worse. Again, we want to stay above 2.2 2.25 trillion. We could test it today, though. We could test 2.25 today. All right, let's take a look at ZBAC. I'll show you how I get my numbers, how I do my thing. ZBCN is the ticker. ZBAC right now sitting at only a market cap of $200 million. Bam! It's a baby. It's a baby in the grand scheme of things. Still in the top 200 though. Max supply is 100 billion tokens, and again, it's going to be fully distributed by next month. I'm very excited to have that, of course, you know, done with. Anyone, of course, in this project is it's going to be completely deflationary from here. You don't have to worry about the inflation of tokens being minted like other projects. All right. So anyway, that's of course just a quick little health check over on CoinMarketCap, as I like to do. You can look at the overall market cap. It's looking pretty healthy in terms of price action. Hasn't really affected anyone in this project for the past year or two. All right. So this is my quick little check up there. Then I go over to Coin Perspective, one of my favorite sites to do some work. Do some work over here. Did I put ZBCN? All right. I'm gonna do some work over here now too. So Coin Perspective, of course, gives you an idea of what the market cap has to be, again, because market cap matters, guys. Market cap matters. What I just showed you over on CoinMarketCap, you cannot do that with every token over time, right? This is why market cap matters, because you are literally looking at the price of a token over time and the distribution of the network. All right. So anyway, with that being aside, right now we're looking at a $200 million market cap. At the peak of its market cap, at the peak of price action, it was sitting about half a penny, right? It was sitting about half a penny. And it was about $537 million. So about 2 times the overall market cap it is right now. So again, baby steps, guys, baby steps. And that is exactly what we're looking at for ZBAC. And I think this project can easily get to $1 billion. So that's kind of where my starting point is, overall market cap. And those are probably just very, very conservative numbers for anyone, of course, that's familiar with crypto and where we can go with some of these projects. And this is one of the leading payrolls, blockchains. So right now, if we do go to $1 billion market cap, that's a single penny, right? In the overall scheme of things, I can totally, I could add the entire market cap on here too, the entire tokens on here. I'm going to put 100 billion tokens on there. That's fully distributed at the time. So it also affects the price there at a single penny for that, of course, valuation of the market cap. Now, realistically, for payroll going into the future, maybe we could see the likes of something like we saw with Solana back in 2021. That's a bit too bullish, though, in my opinion. I mean, we're maybe looking at bigger numbers, but not quite that big. Maybe we get to a $10 billion market cap, which sends us to about 10 cents. So realistically, I'd be looking at taking some big profits between, $1 billion and $10 billion of market cap on the way up. I hold a lot of this token, a lot of this project, so I'm probably going to be taking maybe $1 million out, after we breach that penny, right? When you hit that penny, take some initial profits out around then, and then maybe wait for the 5 cent mark, maybe the 2.5 cent mark, and take maybe a couple more million out. I do plan on holding this project long term. I do believe in this project. I think a 48x is not too bad, if you're looking at a $10 billion market cap. Not too bad at all. Don't get too greedy, guys. Don't get too greedy. It's all I'm pretty much saying. That's why my target's somewhere between, 5 and $10 billion. I don't want to go any stupid, numbers beyond that. And again, it may not happen this year, it may not happen next year if we do not get some major catalysts like the market structure bill passed into law. All right. That's my quick little update on, ZBAC. And my price targets just, for me and my holdings. Again, it's going to be different for everyone, right? If you hold, if say, for example, someone said in the chat, if you throw $1,000 at it right now, I mean, if you wait for a 10x, I mean, you can only have to wait to get out at like, let's see, $1 billion, 10x, maybe a little bit more than that, maybe 2 cents, 3 cents, about 2.5 cents. Yeah, about 2.5 cents. 2.5 cents, 2.5 billion, which is kind of a small market cap in general. That might be all it runs, though. You just never know. You just never know. I mean, when we do get these rails really, really going, and people actually get paid, like, I would love to get paid like this on YouTube, but yeah. So anyway, that's how I figure my my overall price predictions on these projects. You have to have realistic targets, right? What is a gaming project going to do against a financial institution? Like, I mean, obviously those numbers are two different things. So what's the adoption rate, right? You have to have some sort of, mindset in the right place to really figure out these numbers. And I think it realistically can get to 3 billion. I think 3 billion is pretty easy. Like I said, we hit $1 billion last year, and not $1 billion. We hit $500 million last year. So it's only a matter of time till we get that $1 billion market cap and get to a penny, which we're all expecting anyway. All right. So anyway, that's of course ZBEC. Just checking back on overall TradFi news right now. They're still talking about U.S. equities tumble as AI worries long linger. Everyone's, are we in a bubble? Back to the bubble talks again. All right. How is CNBC doing this morning? I'll check back with you guys in the chat, see if you guys have any more questions for me before we move on. Home builder sentiment drops. Yeah, like who the hell's buying a house right now? No one can afford anything in America. You can't afford groceries. How do they afford to buy a house? Jesus. The housing market's about ready to collapse in the United States if we do not get things moving in the right direction. Some of that free money will help a little bit, but it's only like $2,000, man. That's nothing in the grand scheme of things for all these people that are hurting. All right. Let's see what else we have here in the chat. Perfect place for Bitcoin right now in the long. I'm going in right now, says Maximus Diamond Hands. Damn, really? Max is calling the bottom. Looking for a long right now. On the bottom on the day, maybe. It sounds like it. Perfect place for Bitcoin right now, says Max. Okay, Braveheart McFreeman says, good morning, Danny. Backholders Anonymous. Andy, BS, Backstabber 5. Yeah. Shout out to all you guys, crazy guys in the chat. Okay. What else we have? Ghost Operations. Who in here owns ZBEC? How much I need? Okay. So that was the question initially when we started this. Yeah, like I said, an easy 10x if you want to hold it for at least a 2.5 cent valuation. Yeah, if you want to get make 10 grand out of a grand, right now wouldn't be a bad place to start DCAing into this project. Torres says go heavy into Zeebs. Yes, we love the Zeebs, Torres. We love the Zeebs. It's the only thing keeping me afloat this year, I'll tell you. Oh, that and Bitcoin. But, I mean, Bitcoin's down. I mean, you guys don't understand. All right. Bought $25 Bitcoin, baby. Yes. Drop. I've been buying, guys, I've been buying $7 a day, $7 a day on Bitcoin every single day. Yes, since the beginning of this month. Ghost Operation says, I picked up like $3,000 into HBAR months ago. I like the global and American potential for ZBEC and its pay system. It seems like I would I would need a set price though, like XRP. Yeah, but people get into trouble when they have set prices. Don't fall in love with your coins, guys. Don't fall in love with your coins. Have a staircase pattern out exit, right? Say, for example, you take your initial out when you get a 2x, right? Or you have some rules in place. Play this smart. Don't hold forever, unless it's Bitcoin. Unless it's Bitcoin.
Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset.
Okay, ZBEC is supposed to have a release of a super app. Yes, it already did. It already launched on the browser. You can access it right now. Although the going right now for the staking isn't terrific, and the lockup is pretty long. If you want to, really take advantage of some of these, larger percentages of interest on yield. But the mobile version's coming out supposedly sometime between March and the summer, right? So spring and summer launch for the app itself on the actual browser. It's weird we call this an app, but it's on the browser right now. It's not on the phones yet. Silver is dipping, says Braveheart. What is that? 74 this morning. Where is that at now? 72. Yeah, and I called that this morning. I was like, silver coming down. It feels like a lagging indicator on Bitcoin. And sure enough, we got the Bitcoin sell off in the morning right after the market opened too. I was like, this is weird, man. It's weird. It is False Move Tuesday. Don't forget, False Move Monday is now False Move Tuesday because they were closed yesterday. Backstabber Time Spy says ZBEC CEO Simon just announced the mobile app will be launched in March. There we go. Boom! Coming in hot from Backstabber times 5. Andy, we love you, Andy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, 66,800 on Bitcoin. Still holding that 66.6 level. It's weird. The powers that be want us to stop at 666 again for another stop here. And that was the last pillow we have left. That is it. That is the last pillow. We're back testing from getting back out of the dip from last week. Was it the beginning of this week? No, that was last week's dip. And of course the big dip back here. That big dip. We touched this quite a bit, so at around 666. So they like this number for some reason. I mean, the whales do whale things. All right, let's come back over into crypto news. Anything else going on here? Squawkbox, it looks like still talking about Warner Brothers and Netflix. It'll never end. It'll never end. It's been freaking 5 months now. Get on with it. Get on with it. All right. Okay, I'm over it. Let's take a look and see what else is going on with crypto Twitter today. Sitting about almost 10:30 now. So we have 15 more minutes for maybe another correction in the market to take place, as it usually does right around 10:30. All right, here we go. All right, AI was just the beginning. This is still, the crazy events. Then they're still showing the same videos over on crypto Twitter with the dancing robots over in China. Just-in tax refund wave could drive billions into U.S. stocks and crypto. The U.S. stocks could see $11 billion in weekly inflows through tax season, according to Deutsche Bank. Strategist Parag Thate. He estimates that the $50 billion to $100 billion in individual tax refunds this year may rotate into equities through mid-April. Yes, mid-April. Don't forget all the free money we have in America too, in that time frame, somewhere between probably April and June. We have U.S. Fed set to inject $16 billion into the banking system via overnight repos. This one came out 7 hours ago from Crypto Us over on there. George, he's spamming my feed, man. Oh my God, spamming my feed. Michael Saylor, posted this, I guess last night. During the block size wars, many believe Bitcoin facing an imminent scalability crisis. A decade later, transaction fees remain low. Yeah, we were talking about 44 cents right now on transaction fees. I remember on the height of 2021, 22, people were trying to get out all at once. It was like $100, $120 for a transaction fee on Bitcoin. So it's definitely come down quite a bit. It really depends on the overall usage of the network, though, too. A decade later, transaction fees will remain low and the bandwidth is abundant. A reminder that markets innovation often resolve challenges more efficiently than urgency or intervention. All right, what else do we have? Anything else breaking here? Senator Lummis, with the Kraken sponsorship for Trump accounts for every Wyoming child born in 2026.
That's allowed me to explain to you. I'm happy to announce that Wyoming's own Kraken has decided to fund for every single child born in Wyoming in the year 2026 a Trump account.
So it's time to go have babies in 2026 in Wyoming. Good luck. All right. Even Jerome Powell was warning about a potential liquidity event in April of 2026. He didn't give into specifics, but you can see the charts below. The Federal Reserve plus the central banks are intervening in bond markets in the same way they panicked in 2020. Ooh, let's take a look at this clip here.
Just on the
I don't remember what they're referring to.
How concerned were people around the table about some of the tensions we've seen in money markets? Thank you.
I wouldn't say concerned. So what really happened is this. Balance sheet shrinkage, sometimes called QT, went on. We had a framework in place for monitoring it, and nothing happened. The overnight reverse repo facility went down pretty much close to zero. And then beginning in September, the federal funds rate started to tick up within the range, right? And it ticked up almost all the way to interest on reserve balances. There's nothing wrong with that. What that's telling you is that we're actually in an ample reserves regime. So, we knew this was going to come. When it finally did come, it came a little quicker than expected, but we were absolutely there to take the actions that we said we would take. So, and those actions are today. So, we announced that we're resuming reserve management purchases. That is completely separate from monetary policy. It's just we need to keep an ample supply of reserves out there. Why so big? The answer to that is, if you look ahead, you'll see that April 15th is coming up, and our framework is such that we want to have ample reserves even at times when reserves are at a low level temporarily. So that's what happens on tax day. People pay a lot of money to the government, reserves drop sharply and temporarily. So this seasonal buildup that we'll see in the next few months was going to happen anyway. It was going to happen because April 15th is April 15th. There's also a secular ongoing growth of the balance sheet. We have to keep reserves, call it constant, as it relates to the banking system or to the whole economy. And that alone calls for us to increase about $20–25 billion per month. So that's a small part. That's going on. It's also happening in the context of a temporary few-month front loading to get reserves high enough to get through the tax period in mid-April. So that's what's happening there.
Yep, and as soon as Warsh gets in, he's going to be dumping some of those reserves because the balance sheet's too big, according to Kevin Warsh. All right. Normal people taking 1% pain of the crypto guys. What the hell? Oh, yep. Yeah, they have no idea. They have no idea what we've been through, guys. No freaking clue. No freaking clue. The normies. They have it so easy. All right, what else we got here? Breaking, Jane Street bought $7 million in IBIT shares. $7 million share. 7 million IBIT shares. Okay, worth $276 million in Q4. It now holds 20,315,000 IBIT shares. Worth currently $790 million. This is the same entity that rumored is behind the daily 10 a.m. manipulation. No way! No way! This is what I've been talking about for months. For like 6 months. They've been plaguing us. Really? Interesting. I could probably look into that. I kind of want to save that one. Maybe dive a little deep into that another time. Crazy. All right. What else we have out? Samson Mao says, and you're drawing lines on the charts thinking Bitcoin is going lower. This is coming from my otaku brother from another mother, Samson Mao. He says that, I guess he's replying to the Kobesi letters. Breaking, U.S. national debt is now set to surge to $2.4 trillion a year over the next 10 years, according to the new CBO estimates. So it used to be about $1 trillion every 180 days, something like that. So roughly around 2 trillion. Now we're looking at about 2.5 trillion per year now. As a result, the U.S. debt will likely reach a record $64 trillion in 2036, doubling from the 2023 levels. As a result, 64 trillion. That's crazy. That would be triple since the recorded debt in 2018 before the pandemic. And all while the annual interest rate costs, the annual interest costs on the federal debt are expected to be more than double to 2.1 trillion. Damn! Over the next 10 years. This also assumes the economy will not fall into a recession over the entire period. We're getting Kevin Warsh, so it's very possible within the next 8 years we're going to see a recession. 64 trillion in the net and in debt is now the base case. How did we end up here? You guys know how we ended up there. Look at the date we started climbing. You know how we ended up there.
You may even get tired of winning.
All that money printing, man. All that money printing. Of course, the debasement of the currency after the loss of the gold, standard. That's how we got there, man. That's how we got there. That's why we need this new money, man. That's why we got this new money. All right. Anything else going on crypto Twitter right now? The new bionic manipulator arm, Chinese enterprises. You just throw in a new arm and you get and go. Wow. He can move it without even being connected to his arm. It's awesome. All right. Iran just closed parts of the Strait Hormuz channel that carries the 20% of the world's oil supply, and we're still getting saber rattling over there in the Middle East. Security precautions for military drills. Closing Hormuz, even briefly, sends oil markets into a panic mode. It's Iran's nuclear option without actually using nukes. And they can't beat the U.S. Navy in a fight, but they can strangle the global economy by blocking the world's most critical oil checkpoint. We talked about that like last year when they threatened to do that as well. Here we go again. All right, so yeah, it's probably going to get wild here in the next couple of weeks in Iran. Hopefully the protests don't resume again. You can print gold. You can't print Bitcoin. Kathy Wood makes a point that people are glossing over. Gold supply responds to price. If it runs, miners produce more. Bitcoin doesn't care about the price. The issuance schedule is locked. No ramp, no surprise from the supply. That difference matters more in the world addicted to in a world addicted to expansion. How long is this clip? It's 2 minutes. I can probably just play this instead of reading it.
Accelerating. Bitcoin supply growth cannot accelerate. Now, quantum computing, we talked about that. We talked about all of the worries that are going around in the Bitcoin community, especially as the ETFs have gotten involved. So we had newer holders, probably weaker holders, and when they're confronted with those risks, they'll again sell and ask questions later. You can see, though, that the uptrend, higher lows, in a major way. Sure, we broke the one, I guess, from 24, but that uptrend, general uptrend, has not been broken.
Yep.
And I don't think it will be broken. Now, could be famous last words, but
looks like my portfolio.
A lot of technicians are involved in the market right now. In fact, that's all they're doing. And it's astonishing to me that some of the people that are so steeped in the research of Bitcoin and other crypto assets have defaulted to technical analysis as this move has taken place. Well, if you're a technician, look where we are now. And you can see that's where we topped in 2017. So that's kind of a marker. There's also some support you can see there in the 2022-23 range when Bitcoin was actually a refuge for those who were very scared
with the banks.
Bank crisis
turning
into a much broader financial crisis with counterparty risk a la 08-09. That cannot happen to Bitcoin. And definitely I encourage people to self-custody if they want to hedge a bit against counterparty risk, because we do have the ETFs now involved in ownership.
Let's go, Kathy! Happy Valentine's Day, Kathy. God. I'm such a simp for her, though. All right. Moving on. Yes. All hail the King of Ohio, Jake the Snake. Oh, welcome, the King of Ohio. Of course, reminding me to shill harder. Guys, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe down below.
The King of Ohio, Jake the Snake, the keeper of wrenches, the painter of lead pipes, the igniter of dumpster fires.
At some point, I'll find where my floppy disk went since I came back from Florida. How you doing, Jake? How you doing this morning? What are you doing out this morning? So early from your throne. Iran's closing the Strait of Hormuz is huge, says Braveheart. Yes, it is. Inflation now baked into the cake. Now rate drops much less likely, says Braveheart. John Doe says, how many cats does she have? That's a good question, actually. I don't know what her personal life is like very much. I should know that, actually. I've been watching her for 6 years. Inflation and deflation both loading. Very interesting, says Braveheart. Oh my God, Jake. Braveheart's got the fries that'll fry your eyes. Crazy bastard. The hair screams cat lady. Well, yeah, I guess maybe. Cats are cool, though. Cats are cool. All right. What else we got? Anything else breaking? That might be it. Let's take a look back over on, TradFi news. Bitcoin's still hanging out around 66,600. 666. Evolution of sports investment. That's what they're talking right now. The normies love their sports. And of course, TradFi loves to make money off of the normies that love those sports. Fox Business. What do we have here? Anything else going on, man? Anything on? Did we really just move? Oh yeah, we lost Fox Business weeks ago. CNBC is still working though. If you guys want to catch the real news and don't pay for what you get for free, go to newslive.com. Again, not endorsed or anything. Just telling you how to get stuff without paying for it. Because there's too much crap in this world we pay for and use our financial, power, I guess, our financial energy. All right, let's see. Anything else going on? I guess we can take a look at Daily HODL. Maybe something over here breaking in the news. Maybe an opinion piece we can get into. But for the most part, I think we're pretty much done. 1 minute until 10:30. 10:30. We'll see if we get another capitulation here in about a minute. 30 seconds. I guess we'll hang out. It's not even loading. Daily HODL. What's going on, man? Don't do me like that. Don't do like my. Okay. All right. Screw it. We're gonna go back over the Bitcoin and see how it's holding up right now. All right. Again, key level of support right now. If we do lose this, we're coming back down to test probably 65 flat. If we lose 65 flat, well, hopefully not 65 flat. Hopefully go to the next one, but there isn't too much in this range. 65 flat is going to be the next big area. If we lose 66, that's going to be the bottom of this channel here. I really don't want to see this, guys. If we break that today, 2 weeks, almost, a week and 3 days, out the door of, price, at these levels. So, don't want to lose that. We're going to undo a lot of work if we do lose it today. But yeah, more pain is probably still required to kill these shorts. Someone is going to have a field day on the upside. Someone's going to have a field day. Like I said, Michael Saylor is getting a hell of a deal right now. I hope oh my God. Still, we're talking about that. Still. Oh my God. How was my date with Kathy Wood, says Jake the Snake. My date was named Kat or Katrina. I shouldn't even be saying that out loud. Anyway, it's not Kathy though. Close enough, but no cigar. John Doe says until you have 100 of them. What? 100 of what? 100 of what? What the hell am I talking about? 100 Bitcoins? Oh, damn. I would be in heaven if I had 100 Bitcoins. Ghost Operation said they do that because Bitcoin Epstein, what's satanic? What? That has nothing to do with Epstein. What the hell? All right. Jacob Snake says, the king is sad to be awake at this hour, but the kingdom needs its hero, Otaku. Damn! Let's go. I'm proud to be your knight. The king of Ohio. God, I just gotta need a freaking shield though. Stupid YouTube. What are you, stupid? Yep, I gotta get a shield now. Are they doing a global dump on Bitcoin, U.S. Treasury bonds, etc.? Are they? I don't think so. Maximus Lord of the Trailers, how hath been slayed many a wild boar over the Valentine weekend. Oh geez, yes, I had a good Valentine's Day. I hope you guys did as well. Hi everyone, Crypto Chaos crew, how's it going? Happy joy this morning. Bessie, Brave, Gamma, Strawberry, Nebs, Danny, Max, John, Jake, and everyone, of course. Hello, good morning. Thanks again for bringing so much joy to everyone's morning. Happy joy. Wrench that sheet. Oh my God. I'm gonna be fighting, with a wrench in one hand and a sword in the other. The only reason I actually own a sword is because I played a fighter. I played a fighter in D&D, for many years. God, I'm not gonna go. Okay. All right. Moving on. 66,700 on Bitcoin. Still chopping around these 66K area. 666 likelihood of a bounce. Still kind of loading. Very likely we also see 66 or 65K break today. I don't want to see it, guys, but that's the idea. That's the idea of what we're dealing with right now. If we don't see a recovery by 11:30, 12 o'clock. Boom, shakalaka. Again, it is False Move Tuesday, so we could be setting up some traps for the bears right now as well. Let's take a look back at the order books. Anything else new developing these areas? You still got some legs to the upside. Overall trading volume right now sitting in the Bears' favor, but not by much. We're catching up. The Bulls are catching up a little bit there. 10.4 billion against 10.8 billion in overall trading volume. So yeah, we might be getting close to a local bottom today. 666 is still holding. 6666. Yep, there it is. 66666. Still holding. Has not broken yet. But there is a clear path down to 66.3. And again, the threes, guys. Oh my God, it's always these freaking threes. That's right below it here at 66.3. There we go, 66.3. So if we can't hold up 666, we're going to go to 6663. 663. Oh my God, there's too many sixes and threes. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I could probably actually clip a 666 on the on Bitcoin's price right there. That's close. It was $2 away from 66666. 66. $2 away. That's probably the closest we got to it. All right. What else? What else we got in the chat, guys? You know it. MY King, my king. Maximus Diamond Hands. Of course, all of you guys celebrating the King's arrival this morning. Yes, the King's arrival this morning. Looks like the 15-minute wants to bounce. Let's look at the smaller time frames. Anything leading into this? A little bit on the 1 minute. Still pretty quick and early. If we do start to see a breakout above this key area around 668, we got to get back above 67.2, 67.3. It's gonna be 3. You know it's gonna be 3. Of course, it's gonna be 3. Yeah, it's right there actually. 67.3 on Bitcoin. All right, we'll see. We're still range right now between 66.6 and 67.3. All right, anything else going on, guys? Let me see if I can find anything else going on crypto Twitter. Anything else breaking? Jump into another news outlet. Keep this going for a little longer. I'm curious to see what's going to happen by 11 at least. Stuff stopped working again. There we go. U.S. housing affordability is now worse than 2008 financial crisis. Actually, Kathy Wood's been following this for a while, and she also pointed to the fact that right now the stress levels in the market in terms of overall debt is actually worse than that. It's worse than the Great Depression. All right, 2005 median salary is $246,000, and the median house price was $184K. 2026. 59,000, almost 60K is the median salary, and the median house price is sitting at $450,000. Salary increased by 28%, and house prices have increased by 150%. The gap now has made ownership more harder for the most households, and again, just the normal metrics. The average home buyer right now is sitting in their 40s, not even their 20s or 30s anymore. And you just can't afford anything. Mortgage rates remain another pressure point even after rate cuts. 30-year mortgage rates are now still between the mid 6% ranges, much higher than 3 to 4% levels seen before 2022. Housing supply is also tight. U.S. is estimated to be short several million homes, while many existing homeowners are now not selling because they are locked into older, low mortgage rates. As a result, these sales activities have slowed sharply, and affordability has fallen to the weakest levels on record. Not to mention that people can't afford after they've refinanced too. Don't forget, there's also those people that have refinanced, can't afford their going rate right now. Maybe they've lost their job, and then they're moving into what is, I guess, more affordable housing, which is not that much more affordable at all with renting. But the cost of ownership of a home now is also more difficult with the overall prices of utilities and replacing equipment in your home and everything else, roofs, everything has gone up. So the affordability right now to rent is now never been as cheap as it ever has been. That's why rent is probably likely to go up a significant amount in the next coming years. All right, anything else going on here? Let's take a look. Harvard Fundstrat Tom Lee buying more Ethereum, and then yep, that's it. There's nothing else going on, guys. I wish there was more news today too. Let's see. Gemini stock plunges after it parts way with COO, CFO, and Chief Legal Officer months after IPO. Damn. They're leaving? Really? Oh, okay. It looks like Crypto Exchange says Marshall Beard, Dan Chen, and Tyler Mead are department effective immediately. Cameron Winklevoss to take COO duties on board, names interim finance and legal chief officers over at Gemini. Okay, so they're having a little bit of a a change. Let's see what anything else going on here. CoinDesk 20 performance update. Of course, that's their they're shilling their own bags there. The hardware hurdle. Cystic and Cardano clash over the future of decentralization. Bitmine adds 90 million Ethereum. Okay, $9 million Ethereum. Yeah, and the Bitcoin for Sailor. I think that's it, guys. We covered everything breaking as of right now. Bank of America survey. This is interesting. Bank of America survey flags $1 bearish bets at over a decade high. Here's what it means for Bitcoin. Bank of America's February survey shows investor positioning the US dollar has fallen to the most negative levels since early 2012. Damn. I remember 2012 too. Because in 2012, I was looking at picking up a F ton of gold back then. And it was a heightened fear. I think it was one of the tops for gold back in those time periods too. I'm not sure where it is now in the books, but I had just moved away from Florida. And then, right around that range, I was looking at buying a whole bunch of gold, and there was a lot of fear in the markets like they are today, with the dollar after 2008. Just kind of like, again, we saw in 2020 to where we are now. Investors are now more bearish in the US dollar than ever before. Positioning the dollar has historically been a bullish tailwind for Bitcoin because a weaker dollar tends to support risk assets. Since early 2025, Bitcoin has developed an unusually positive correlation with the dollar, with the 90-day correlation reaching 60, as even both the dollar and the index of the Bitcoin have fallen. If this new link holds, a further dollar slide could hurt Bitcoin, while a sharp dollar short squeeze as rebound could instead lift Bitcoin on those rails. Investors are most bearish on the dollar in over a decade per Bank of America's latest survey. Bank of America's February survey showed investor positioning in the U.S. dollar has fallen to the most negative level ever since 2012. This is driven by concerns over the deterioration of the U.S. labor market and what could lead prompt the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates. Since its inception, Bitcoin has mostly moved in the opposite direction of the U.S. dollar index, rising with the greenback slides and falling when it strengthens. The tracks are the two big reasons. The U.S. dollar dominated asset, the softer buck mark makes the Bitcoin cheaper to buy, and vice versa. Plus, a strong dollar tightens the financial conditions globally, hammering risk assets like Bitcoin, and the reserve holds and when it's weakened. We pretty much covered this so many time and time again. I don't want to spend too much time on this. All right, so record short positioning raises the risk of volatility in major USD pairs. Downside may extend on weak US data, but crowded trade dynamics increase potential sharp short covering rallies. Investing Live chief Asia Pacific currency and analyst Amon Sheridan said in the market update at press time, the dollar index was up 0.25% and the day at 97.13 on Bitcoin, changing hands at 68,150. Right now sitting at 68.8, 66.8. on Bitcoin. All right. I think that's it, guys. I think that's all the news we're going to get today. One more run through TradFi. Anything happening? It's been a while since we had Trump addressing anything lately. Shouldn't he be out there rallying the troops for the midterms? Right?
We're going to win so much.
I don't know. It's been really slow on the overall news front. Really. I mean, last week's really flat. CNBC, anything over here? They're on break. And headlines, anything else breaking in the headlines? So take a look at CNBC again on the headlines. Iran partially closes the Strait of Hormuz, vital oil checkpoint as Tehran holds talks with the U.S. So we could probably see some more news around this tonight as this develops. But that's still ongoing. Netflix is still in the news over here on the headlines. Figma partners with Anthropic to turn AI-generated code into edible designs. Not edible. Okay. Not something you can eat. I'm getting hungry. Okay. Let's see. Snap to launch creator subscriptions in push to diversify revenue. Sam Altman and Pichai among the U.S. tech lead CEOs heading into major AI summit in India as of 2 hours ago. Epstein files fall out. The high-profile people burned. We covered that list yesterday. That's old news. All right. And then Trump, no tax on overtime. Deduction could be tricky this season. I guess people, trying to figure out how that works. All right. I haven't had overtime in years, so it isn't going to affect me at all. Bitcoin's still hanging out in this key area, 66,600. Are we going to get a return back to at least 67.5 before the afternoon? Looks like we're about ready to pamp it, man. About ready to pamp it. We'll see. We're still a little earlier in the day. 11 o'clock in about 15 minutes. How you guys hanging out here in the chat? Daxmas Diamond Hands with the eggplants and the peaches. What the hell? John Doe is loading up the lube for the chat. You guys ready for more pain? You ready for more pain? Oh, jeez.
You may even get tired of winning. You say, please, please, too much winning. Can't take it.
All right, I'll get the whirlpool of lube back in the chat going. There you go. Whirlpool of lube loading up for you. Back to 66, almost back to 67K. Will we get back above it? Are we going to send this down lower? Well, the path I saw took us lower. I don't know if it goes that low, but at least sends us back down to test 66.5, 66 flat. If we do see that key area, if we do lose that, yeah, we're testing the bottom of this channel today. Hope to not see that today. Hopefully this is a fake out again. False move Tuesday on Bitcoin and everything else. How's the stock market doing? How's the S&P 500? Down a little bit today too. Ooh, it actually lost the trend line for the first time, guys. Whoa. And for the first time, is this again a false move Tuesday? I have not seen it break this trend since last summer, June of 2025, when we had the parabolic run. And of course, the V-shaped recovery from that there too as well. From the tariffs overall, of course, the tariff scare and the DeepSeek scare all rolled up into one, which we all felt back in April. Yep, and it's just been running ever since. So this is the first sort of chink in the armor we've had. The first chink in the armor. I guess maybe you could say February 2nd or February 5th, the major event, of course, we saw back then, was the first chink, but I mean, it still kind of held the line. This could be it here. I could extend it maybe a little bit more. Maybe I guess you can kind of extend it a little more broader. But I mean, for the most part, it's starting to get weakened. Yeah, it's starting to weaken. Yeah, even if I did extend it back to that area, it's still looking pretty weak. On the day, again, it could be a false move today for overall markets. Dixie coming up though. 97.5. Look at that. Boom. Morning wood for the Dixie. Damn it. Kill it with fire. Oh, I'll burn some. Maybe I can help it a little bit. I'll help the dollar today. Jesus. Go back down, damn it. Go back down. Oh, geez. Just taking a bite out of another $10 bill. All right. What else we have here in the chat? Don't have to ask. Just load the cesspool up with lotion. Geez. What do we got, Jake the Snake? What do we got?
Let me get the rope. Jacob, where you go? Jacob! Come back, Jacob! Jacob, God, Jesus.
Oh, jeez, Jake. Come back, Jake. Are you out? Oh my God, Jake, you crazy bastard. Oh man. No, don't say that. Dollar gonna go to 120. Oh my God, it better not. This has been the highest we've seen on the dollar in the last 5 days. I don't like this, guys. I don't like this. This is on the 4 hour. On the daily, let's look at the daily on the dollar. Yikes. Yeah, definitely looking like the highest it's been in the last 6 or 7 days on the weekly here. Damn, it's been flat. I've loved it since it's been flat, but yeah, we could see more pain just because of this little bit of a rally here. 67.18 right now on Bitcoin, getting back to at least 67K. Again, I wouldn't trust the market today. I wouldn't be doing anything, sitting on my hands on today. False move Tuesday. We'll see. Maybe we can get back up to at least. That's all I want today. All I want today is us to chop around, and then get back to at least 68,000 by the end of today. That's all I ask. Just get back to the middle of this range, and yeah, we could fight another day. Maybe you get some decent news tomorrow. The dollar comes down a little bit on inflationary news. We do have that news coming out tomorrow. And a little bit of the downward trajectory in the dollar. Maybe some positive spin on Iran. I don't know, guys. I'm hoping for the best for us. I'm hoping for the best. All right. ZBAC coming down a little bit. If it comes down any more, I'm going to buy up some more. Sitting right now at 202. I do like picking up some more of these on the lows. I still had ZBAC up for my little analysis earlier. When you guys were here earlier, we voted for it. 81% of you guys, crazy guys, 27 votes on that. And again, my price target right now is probably realistically somewhere between like $3 and $5 billion. I think is fair to start to chop out, right? Start to try to take some profits on the way up. That's around 3 to 5 cents. Again, every time we hit $1 billion in market cap, you're going to add a penny to ZBEC. And if you looked at what Jasmine did last year, it got over $1 billion market cap pretty quickly. It's possible to do that with any rising flag, with actual utility in this market. Neb says River's going to be one hell of a long soon, says Nebs. Is that where they're going next? Monero, Zcash, River? Or is it River, Zcash, Monero? I don't know. And then where's the other one too? There's another one. Dash. Yeah, there's at least four rolled up in that whole, privacy coin, trend sector with the same liquidity just going in and out of all four of them. Braveheart says Trouser Trout has been known to cliff jump. River. All right, guys. That's all I pretty much got right now. Waiting for 10 minutes, maybe another 10 minutes to see where Bitcoin is likely to go. How's the overall sentiment? Still hanging out the same area we looked at this morning. Let's take a look again. Looking flat. Everything looking flat today. 3D3 down. We're down 2 points now to fear. More fear spreading into the markets. Probably over the Tehran announcement, right? The Tehran, of course, with the Hormuz, oil, I guess, pathway. I don't know. Whatever. All right. And then, what else we have here? Let's take a look at the Dixie, still coming up on the day. Last time we looked at the Dixie, Crypto Fear still sitting at that 10. Nothing's changed there. The high on the Dixie today is 97.5. Is this refresh? There it is, 97.5. Why did I have to refresh that twice after just clicking on it? That's kind of weird. What the heck?
What are you, stupid?
All right, and then, so it's 97.5 in the Dixie. It's not going to be great for overall markets. Bitcoin's surprisingly holding in there at this area. Probably still expecting a bounce if, this gets any worse with Tehran. Let's see what's going on over here on crypto bubbles. We're coming up. We're printing a little. We're still going sideways. We're not printing a green yet. Top 300 looking at green right now. It looks like Power is coming up 47%. And Orca, big mover on the day. We talked about that at the opening. Thanks to Diamond Hands. Yes, in the chat. Thanks again, Max, in the chat. All right. So that's about it, guys. We're kind of hanging out, waiting for Bitcoin to do something. It looks like it's starting to do something. At least we're covering right now to retest 67.5. 67.3 is the area. Remember the threes, the area to get back above. How is the order books holding up today? Get back over there. Trading volume coming back in a little bit more positive, but still, the Bulls and the Bears are flat, man. They are at break-even point. Stalemate. Horns and Fangs still locked. At about $10 billion in market cap across the board, 10.2 and 10.4 billion respectively. Seeing a little bit of an uptrend right now, pushing through. It's possible we do come back up and retest at least 68 flat, 68.3. It's always the threes, man. I see that popping up there already. 68.3. So it's going to be a choppy day, it looks like. Choppy. 68.3 on the wick. Back up. If we can break back above it. They are locked right now. They are definitely locked. Losing a little bit of, steam too. It's still early. Not even 11 yet. 7 minutes. All right. What else is going on in the chat? Amiria for his thoughts, says Brave. Do you guys want to let me show you the Miria chart? You guys want to look at the Miria chart this morning? Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, the Miria chart. I'm looking at the 1 hour, which is not too bad. It's getting tight up in there.
Go. tight.
Oh God, but probably not in a good way. Right now, only holding about a couple $1 million in market cap. $2.8 million in market cap. It doesn't take much to move this baby. This is like, what, in the top, probably 2,000 now. It was in the top 1,000 before. Yeah, and we're still sitting at these new lows. These new lows here, we've been hanging out all month since 2.5. We've never seen these lows on this project before. And is it dead, sir? Is it dead? Possibly. It's possibly dead. Haven't heard anything from the project lead, and I think until market structure bill, it's going to be remaining dead. So maybe this is the opportunity of a lifetime. But I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it right now. It's like enough money into this money pit. All right. Let's get back to it. 97.3 retesting right now. 97.3, the next level of resistance on Bitcoin to climb back out of this hole. And again, all I ask for Bitcoin today is just to stay in this parallel channel. That is it. So we can get out of here and climb a leg up next week. We got to keep this range, guys, as long as we possibly can, so we can steer the bears clear away from another all-time low on the year. All right. Not all-time low, but you know what I mean. Local low, whatever. Yearly low. Nebs in the house. How's it going, Nebs? Bullish, says Nebs. I'm telling you, I swapped bullish. I double down Braveheart. I really am thinking about it just to get out sooner, recoup, and start over, says Nebs. Brandon White says, I never believed in a project until Zebek came onto the scene. Damn. Yes. There are coins that make you feel some sort of way. Mine have always been Jasmy, Bitcoin, and Zebek. Those are my big three. I definitely have the most conviction in. Long term. Always be holding at least a bag of all three. Zombie coin, says Max. Zombie coin. Yeah. That's what Miria looks like right now. Miria looks like a zombie coin right now. For sure. Man, we're still holding that pillow, man. We're still holding that pillow. Can we smash it? Nice on that wick on the 4 hour too. We did wick back. Let's see how low did we go on those wicks? Only about 666. We never got any lower than 666 today. So, and I bounced there so far on the 1 minute. Will we recover back to 68K today? That's all I want. That's all I ask. 68K recovery. Let's go. Send it to 68K. All right. No Miria. Max, I'm gonna cut you. What the hell, Nebs? What the hell? Don't mess with the one with the knife. Braveheart's got knives too. Don't catch the falling knives, guys. Just ease your way in. The pillowcase is full of locks, bars, and soap. Don't forget a wrench or two. Yeah. Miria smashing me Full Metal Jacket style. Oh geez. Easy. Damn. All right. Wait, what are we doing, guys? It's 11 o'clock in about 3 minutes. We're gonna see if we can get a breakout here or a breakdown in about 3 minutes. So far, it looks like we're going to start to recover. Let's look at the order books again. Bringing it to you for free is Kimba, the White Snow Lion on YouTube. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe here on my channel. And don't forget to head over there if you want to catch this and grab it for free. He has been providing this as a service now for like 5 years. I've been watching him. It's insane since 2021. It's crazy. 67,300 on Bitcoin. Still cannot try to get out of that 67.3, and we have a clear path. Come on, do it. We're at a bit of stalemate though. Damn, it is very, very, very clear. We are at a stalemate. 10.2, 10.4 billion in trading volume. Yeah, it's kind of lackluster too. I think the overall trading volume yesterday was still like, only 15 billion by the end of the day. So, it's not that much better than yesterday. Oh man. Ugh. But you think with fear, like eventually people would figure out Bitcoin's not tied to any of it. We could just kumbaya and have our moment eventually. All right. 90% of coins fail, maybe more, says Max with time in hands. Yes, 100. Yeah, 100%, man. 90% or more. 30 million tokens exist today. 90% of them are on Pump.fun. And would you know it? Yes, 90% of those coins fail. Yes, they fail. They are meme coins with no utility. All right. And then, yeah, don't forget, if they say they have utility, yeah, it's never a long-term goal to, to put your financial wealth and well-being into a meme coin that promises such things. We've seen that in the past, guys. Don't get caught in a trap like Sheeb. Doge. Well, Doge never really was promised any utility, I guess. Sheeb did. Dog with Hat did. I think, what was it? The Book of Meme or whatever it did. Remember that thing? Remember the Book of Meme? Yeah. Remember the Book of Meme? There's so many. All right. Okay. 90% of tokens fail. Yes. Brave Army Freedom says, Max, have an awesome day. Good luck on the Bitcoin long. Yes. Good luck on that long, man. Definitely take some profits on the way up on that long. Avoid soap socks from now on, Nebs. What the hell? Geez. For sure. Yes. Love you, Max. Have a great day. All right. 67.3. Still cannot break out. Are we going to do it? We're still at the same spot. 1 minute until the next hourly candle. Are we going to get it? We're printing it green so far, so we're probably going to break out. To the upside. At least retest 66 or 67, 8, 9, maybe break back to 68 flat. Here in about 30 seconds. We start to get that move here right now. There it is. Next one loading. Next leg up. Will we get the breakout? On the 1 minute, we looking like a little bit of a cup and handle action here. Yes, a little bit. Handle forming right now. It's already kind of a little higher, but it needs to go even higher, back to 68K. Probably with a 15-minute candle. Probably needs that, yeah, to survive. Not looking great yet. Not looking too great yet. Bears are still holding up. But there is a clear path. If we can push through here, there's still a clear path to get back to 68.5 today. All right, let's take back to the news. I'm getting a little irritated with the corn. And I would do this all day, man. I could do this all day. That's the scary part. Any more breaking news? Do we have any Trump announcements today?
When it comes to China?
Bloomberg's on break. CNBC's on break. Buy U.S. Liberty, gold. And headlines right here. Still talking about Tehran. Yes, still the same headline. Crypto Twitter right now. What are we doing? Over here? Breaking news, unfiltered, unvetted news. The world today. The world reaches highest level of uncertainty in history, surpassing COVID, the global financial crisis, and the dot-com bubble. Boom! How do they get that? I don't know how they get this data, but I feel it, guys. I feel it when I go on YouTube. And so what I used to do, I don't have much time to do it anymore. What I used to do, I probably still have some of my history because when I'm in the car, sometimes I listen to it too, and I'm in the car. Where's my history at? You guys see a little bit into my history. Jacob, where'd you go? Yeah, so this is my history here. I do love watching Paul Barron. I've been watching him for 6 years. I do love Paul. There's the Soprano as well. Here's one here. This guy here, I listen to him.
Hey,
he pulls on these videos of people and their fears on recession, of course, fears and what they're doing, how are they holding up with what they're spending money on.
Stress, because you can do all the relaxing things and deep breaths, but if you're worried about your finances, your future, your kids' future, you're worried that you have to go to the dentist, that you have medical bills, college debt, it's really hard to be regulated because you live in a state of fear or fight or flight.
Yes, and everyone's talking about this stuff all over TikTok, all over YouTube Shorts, and it never ends. Bitcoin did hit the breakout to 67.7. Again, going back up to at least retest 67.8. 67.8 breaks through. We hit 68 flat, and then we, of course, have to retest 68.3. All the threes, all the time. This is such a weird year. I'm telling you. Such a weird year. Looking at that 15-minute for the breakout. Cup and handle could form right around this key area, right around 68,000 flat. And then maybe get to a breakout right around 68.3 to the upside again. That's all I want, guys. I just want us to get back up to here. This is it. That's all I want. All I want is the meat of the move in the center of this parallel channel to recover. That's all I'm asking. Into tomorrow, we'll probably see a little bit more of a retest lower to these lower levels as well tomorrow, if we do get some, inflationary fears over where we are with the numbers tomorrow as well. So anyway, that's still what we're looking at on Bitcoin. False Move Tuesday. False Move Tuesday. All right, guys, I'm probably going to call it. I still think like today, even if we do see some trading happening by the end of the day, around 12:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, New York time, of course, as I always track the markets in. We could still, try to get back up and at least retest 68.3, 68.8, right? 68.8. And if we can at least hold that again today, I just want to see that. I just want to see this whole range hold, man. I don't care if it's just like this today, into the foreign market open. Yeah, that'd be right on time too. Do something like this. I'd be happy. That'd be on the low end, the bearish side, I guess. But yeah, either way, this is what I'm expecting. Stay in the range for just another few days, at least till we get the no rolling at this time on tariffs, and then we continue going sideways into next week, and hopefully we get a chop up here, get tight in this channel, and then break out to at least 75,000 next week. I would love to see that. We really have to break through 72 to 75k. 72 is our enemy right now. 72 is our enemy. Right? They prevented us there initially when we got the V-shaped recovery from the bottom, and they haven't let us, we wicked up there a couple times since, and that was it. 62k is going to be our enemy until we can flip that into support. All right, guys, have a great day. This is Crypto Otaku signing out. And again, I'll be back tonight for more Crypto Chaos and the news. And it is going to be Tinfoil Hat Tuesday tonight. Yes, Tinfoil Hat Tuesday. So come out and watch us give you a big distraction tonight, as always. Tinfoil Hat Tuesday. I got some work to do today, guys. I got a house hippo dump. I've got my ever belated happy joy, and what was the third one? Oh my god, there's so many things I got to do today. All right, guys, I have a great day. Oh yeah, the intro. I gotta finish my freaking new intro. It's taking forever. Yeah, got some work to do today, guys. Have a great day. Bitcoin hanging out, still right around 68k level. It's a good time. All right, have a good one. Don't get distracted by all the don't catch that falling knife. Did you guys already sell and you're looking to buy back in? Don't catch that falling knife. Get in at some point and just hodl. At some point, at least DCA. If you're already sold and you're sitting on profits, I would DCA back in now slowly until we start seeing the confirmation that we're going to start to see a continuation of altcoin season or a real bull run of some kind. Love you, Otaku. Love you, of course, up too as well. Happy joy. Thanks again for bringing so much joy to our channel. Have a good one, guys. I'll catch you tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, for more Crypto Chaos. Tinfoil Hat Tuesday. Later, guys. Later.
Watch the cash burn, land fade. A new world rises. We've made the trade. The robots are rising. ICE taking the crown. But we're the ones that won't back down.